Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Triangle Strategy walkthrough. We are in our New Game Plus playthrough, and I just beat the Escape from Whiteholm Castle, I believe it was called. So let's save here, and then we will keep going.
And so it was that the once proud kingdom of Glenbrook did fall. Aesfrost seized control of the Crown City, threatening to bring the surrounding domains under its iron yoke. Now the Archduke's army marches upon House Walford's stronghold, where Prince Roland is being sheltered by his loyal friends and allies.
Okay, let's take a look around here. Alright, nothing side quest-wise. Let's take a look at the encampment, though, see if anything is new. Got new wares in stock. Oh, baby. There we go. 5 Medal of Valors. That is awesome. Very happy about that. Yeah, so who's going to be the lucky 5? I can tell you one of them is not going to be Roland. Frederica, Gila, Corentin may end up. It's funny. I honestly haven't really been using him, but the TP on ice is really good. Narv would be good too. Extend for the range extension. Let's see who else. Hale and Hardy. Should movement for 1 turn at max HP. Yeah. Flanagan's is pretty good too. Safe havens, just recover a little bit of HP. It's always pretty solid. Rite of Luck. This would be pretty good too. Raise luck for all allies for 3 turns. I mean, this looks like the range is just kind of infinite, so it kind of seems like this is just an amazing skill. Endless Speech actually has sounded pretty good as well from Lionel. Lower the speed of all enemies within range for 2 turns and have a chance to silence and put them to sleep for 2 turns. Yeah, I mean, this just kind of seems pretty fantastic too. Lionel kind of seems like he's a good character for, or he's always been kind of a good character for dealing with mages and healers, because you could always taunt them from a pretty safe distance. But this seems pretty good too, so there's a really good chance that I go with that. Increase your evasion when HP is at 50% or below. That's actually pretty good too. Picoletta's garbage. Decimal. Raise the strength and magic attack of all allies within range with 0 TP for 3 turns. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I already have that. Non-elemental damage to all enemies within range who are 5 or more squares above you. Oh, that's right. The height thing. That's interesting, too. That's so expensive, though. 2 non-elemental magic damage. Yeah, that's a tough one. Quahog is going to get Remain and Recover. That's not really impressive, honestly. Let's see. Deep Snow and Frozen. Oh, that's actually really good. Ooh. So this actually might make... that actually might make Giovanna... Actually, both of these two are pretty good. God, did she get both of those? No. Okay, so she should have Scorched Earth now. I haven't used this yet, but ablaze, you know, is pretty easy to set the ground ablaze. Fire type magic damage to enemies in a straight line and set the ground. Power is 231 on that. Yeah, God, Rakdos is so bad. Yeah, these two, man. Honestly, she should have really got these two earlier because most of these are just so rarely used because of, you know, I guess just the levels. Or maps, I should say, because of the maps. So it's just hard to actually use her. Yeah, but those two are pretty solid. Well, that's tempting. Molten iron. What's molten iron? Molten iron. That must be, is that like Esfrost? Is there a couple of places with molten iron? Okay, and that's it. Alright, so let's take a look again. Corentin kind of has my vote. Actually, so I'm gonna actually go with Narv here for sure for one of them. I honestly don't really use Narv that much, but extending your reach is so good. That just seems like I gotta do it.
I'm stronger than I thought.
And I'm gonna try Azana's as well because I want to try out Rite of Luck.
I fight to fulfill the wishes of all.
Yeah. Alright, Lionel as well. So that's 3. So I've got 2 left.
This shall lead to fortunes upon fortunes.
Indeed, sir. Alright, let's see here. Flanagan. Safe haven. Thing with Flanagan too, they just don't use him that much. Actually, that's probably the problem with a lot of these characters is I just do not use them. That's tempting too. Push a magic attack one on a square that's set ablaze. Corentin wins.
My debt is not yet repaid.
Then I'm going to save my last one. Just because. Gromos would be really good though too. I could kind of make her into like an evasion tank, but I'll think about that a bit. Scout information. Trade post. Let's check out this. Yep. Alright, and then let's check. Oh, new level to each their own. Defeat the enemies within the time limit. Letting even a single enemy escape will result in... I'm gonna hate this one, I bet. It's wise to place troops near the escape points. Quality iron. Oh, and of course, so we're getting into the tier... Well, I mean, we've had tier 2 stuff for a while, but... Alright, let's save here. Let's leave. I'm gonna do some more storyline stuff. So it says the Esfrasi Archduke enters Whiteholm Castle, the seat of power of Glenbrook, and lays claim to the throne. Jeez.
Your most honorable siblings, Lord Thalas and Lady Erica, have arrived, my lord.
Thank you for the escort. You may go now.
If there is anything else that you require, anything at all, you need but say the word.
In that case, I would have a bottle of the realm's finest wine and a serving of fresh fruit delivered to my quarters.
But of course, milady, I shall have the servants fetch it at once.
ever eager to please, isn't he?
I believe the word you're looking for is sycophant. Congratulations on bringing Glenbrook to its knees, brother. It's a thing of beauty, what you've accomplished. I trust you're already seeing to that fuss outside the castle walls?
Of course.
The other domains are putting up little in the way of resistance. Lord Telior trembles in his seat within the stronghold, and Lord Fox was oblivious to what was happening until it was far too late.
How easily the three high houses of Glenbrook break under your iron boot, brother.
Wolford is the last to hold out, but Avlora will deal with them. Prince Roland will be in our hands before long.
Speaking of royalty, brother, I would have thought Cordelia would be dead or rotting in jail. Yet here she sits on the throne. She looks less a vanquished princess and more a queen.
That is precisely what I would have her be.
Whatever do you mean?
Once things have calmed, I shall assume guardianship over her and have her crowned. A few days hence, Regna will be executed. I've already informed Patriat as much.
So the wise and benevolent King Regna meets his end at last.
Father!
Please, can someone explain? What are we going to do? Excuse me. Can you tell me what's happening? Please.
Did I hear him wrong? I don't get
Where did he go?
Subjects of Glenbrook, I am Gustadolf, Archduke and High Commander of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. Hear my words. The sins King Regna has committed against us, and against you, his own people, are grievous indeed.
What has he done to us? I don't believe it.
3 decades have passed since the end of the war. In the years since, we have all done what we can to rebuild our nations. The opening of the Grand Norzelian mines was to be the dawn of a new age. An age where our 3 nations would work together for the peace and prosperity of all. But King Regna spat in the face of that glorious dream. As our engineers worked tirelessly to put success within reach, your King Regna schemed in the shadows to seize control of the mine for his own profit. And when Dragan Esfrost, my dear cousin, and the man tasked with overseeing the mine's operations, became aware of this plot, King Regna had him assassinated in cold blood. In doing so, he betrayed not only my own nation and the holy state of Hyzant, but you as well. The very people who were to share in the wealth the mine would bring. And so we were left with no choice but to march on Whiteholm Castle and put an end to Regna's treachery by force. Our actions were born of a righteous duty to avenge Dragan's murder and this odious betrayal of this historic accord between our nations. What say you, King Regna? Do you deny these charges against you?
I do not. But I beg of you, spare my children.
Subjects of Glenbrook, your traitor king admits his guilt before you. The punishment for these crimes is death. Off with his head!
Roland, Cordelia, the future of our kingdom is in your hands now.
Just days after the fall of the Crown City, King Regna of Glenbrook is beheaded before his subjects. The death of this kind and benevolent monarch plunges the realm into confusion and chaos. With the king perishes an all too short-lived era of peace, and in its place, one of bloodshed and turmoil.
Okay, let's take a look at the side stuff here. Got one side story here at the Tellior Streets. So Lord Silvio Tellior, head of one of Glenbrook's 3 high houses, ponders what the future holds for his domain.
Whatever is House Tellior to do, with King Regna gone, we must find a way to preserve ourselves. Landroy, that proud fool, will no doubt fight to the bitter end. But House Fawkes alone is no match for the Grand Duchy. Yet if House Wolford were to fight at their side, they say Prince Roland is in Wolford's charge. If this is true, there's a good chance they will join the fray. Or will they? The Wolfords may choose to ransom the prince to Esfrost in return for amnesty for their own domain. If it comes to that, Esfrost will either kill the prince and princess, or use them as their pawns, and Glenbrook will fall. Bending the knee to Esfrost may be our only hope if we are to live to see tomorrow.
Right, next up, let's go to the Crown City. So Minister Patriot, advisor to the king, conducts a covert investigation of the Crown City under pretenses of a routine inspection, but to what end?
It would seem things have calmed outside the castle walls.
What is to become of us now? Word has it the Kingsguard's been slaughtered to the last man. We must flee while we have our lives.
If they meant to kill ordinary folk like us, wouldn't they have done so already? Even as frosty dogs have some honor then. Who'd have thought? Anyway, there's no point fighting. What'll be, will be.
Our people seem less resentful of Esfrost than I would have expected. No doubt due to the Archduke's decision to focus their attack on the castle and leave the town itself unscathed. So the common folk won't be a problem. That just leaves the matter of the royal family. His Grace and the Crown Prince have been dealt with, and Princess Cordelia has been brought to heel. Prince Roland is the only one unaccounted for, but the men I arranged for hunt him down as we speak. Word has it there's also a sizable bounty on his head. No, he'll not last long. I knew Gustadolf to be a shrewd man, but his attention to detail is nothing short of astonishing. I have seen all I would. Let us return.
Okay, next up is the Fawkes Street. So Lord Landroy Fawkes, King Regna's loyal bannerman since the days of the Salt Iron War, receives the news of his liege's grim fate.
Your Majesty, House Fawkes has failed you. I have failed you. Hide. Why, House? Damn it all! When you needed us most, we were not there to answer the call. How did we not see what they were plotting? How did we not know to go to your aid? But no, cursing our fate will not bring you back to us. We must focus our efforts on the one who might yet save Glenbrook from downfall. We must protect Prince Roland with our lives.
Alrighty, let's see here. Oops. Trying to get rid of my mouse there. Let's go to the Citadel of the Sands. So news of Glenbrook's fall reaches the Citadel of the Sands in the far-off holy state of Hyzant, where a great battle of the Salt Iron War was fought so many years ago.
Minister Sorsley.
What is it this time, Booker?
We've just received word that S-Frost has launched a surprise invasion of Glenbrook. Whiteholm burns as we speak.
What's this?
The Crown City has fallen. King Regna was beheaded, and it is said Crown Prince Franny also perished in the fray. Prince Roland has fled to the domain of House Wolfort, with the Grand Duchy's army in close pursuit.
Goddess forbid. What could the Archduke be plotting? And what did the others think of the matter?
At any rate, I must speak with the Hierophant at once.
Minister, if I may assuage you, I propose that perhaps this situation may yet play to House N's benefit.
Our benefit, you say? Indeed. Indeed. You may have the right of it. My dear Booker, whatever would House N do without you?
Send a bird to the palace. Tell them that the Holy One's faithful servant Sorsley would humbly beg an audience.
At once, Master.
Alright, so I think that's it for the side stuff. Let's go back to the main story here. So it says, having made their escape by boat, Serenoa and his retinue finally make their way back to the Wolfort domain. But what awaits them there?
Lord Serenoa, thank the heavens you're safe.
It is good to be home.
Castle Wolfort is the most impregnable stronghold in all the kingdom. You will be safe here, Your Highness.
Thank you. I can only hope Father and Sir Maxwell are safe as well.
Benedict, there is news.
What's the matter, Benedict? You look as if you've seen a ghost.
Your Highness, my lord, pray try to remain calm. His Grace was beheaded at the Crown City not bells ago.
Father. No. Say it is not so.
Roland.
I can only imagine what you're feeling now, Your Highness. But I fear we have not the luxury of grieving. As the last living heir to the throne, there is no doubt that the Archduke will target you next.
Indeed. We must move quickly. I would seek Father's counsel.
About Lord Simon.
What is it? Has something befallen Father? Father!
Lord Simon, what is the meaning of this?
He collapsed when he heard the news from the Crown City, and has not opened his eyes since.
You must be mad. The man was stronger than an ox.
We cannot afford to lose Lord Simone. Not now, of all times.
Father. Be strong, Father. This realm still needs you. I still need you, Father. Father.
Serenoa.
Is there any chance he will recover?
Our healers are doing everything they can, but none can say.
Very well.
Do not give up hope, Serenoa. The malady will not take your father easily.
Forgive me, Roland. I can only imagine what you feel now.
I must stay strong. I cannot allow Father's death to be in vain. You too must remain composed. For Lord Simone. And for those who now look to you for guidance in his stead.
I will try.
Pardon me, my lord. I come bearing a message.
From whom?
The scout we had sent in search of Sir Maxwell returned with this.
Sir Maxwell's mask.
Reports have it that it was found near Whiteholm Bridge.
Blood. No, it cannot be.
This mask was all that was found, you say?
The bridge was all but overflowing with the bodies of the fallen. It was not possible to ascertain all of their identities. And the swift course of the river thwarted any efforts to search further.
I see. Thank you for the report. Get some rest. You have earned it.
Yes, my lord.
Sir Maxwell, you too abandon me now?
At Gustadolf's command, Esfrost musters its forces at Whiteholm Castle and commences a march on the Wolfort domain. Their aim, to seize in their clutches Prince Roland, the unwilling heir to Glenbrook's throne.
Okay, as the Esfrosti army advances on Castle Wolfort, another crisis looms large for Serenoa and Prince Roland.
My lord, the Esfrosti army advances on us as we speak. A missive has arrived from Lord Gustadolf. It says they will stand down on the condition that we surrender Prince Roland to them at once.
We've not much time before they're on our doorstep, my lord.
Word has it that General Avlora herself heads the vanguard.
Gustadolf's not taking any chances. The scheming bastard.
Summon the War Council at once. We must take swift action.
You cannot be serious about this.
It's all right, Frederica.
Please continue, Benedict.
Thank you. Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Esfrost?
I say we refuse. We owe Sir Maxwell that much. Precisely. Sir Maxwell entrusted us with keeping His Highness safe, and we accepted.
There's no place in the realm more sheltered by the terrain than this castle. He is safer here than anywhere. And yet, if the Archduke were to march on us with an army as great as the one that took the Crown City, or, heaven forbid, a greater one,
the natural fortifications of this land would work against us. Our shelter would become our jail.
So you propose that we just abandon him? That we sacrifice his life for our own protection?
Better my life than any of yours. This is my battle. I would not see the blood of my friends spilt in my name.
See, Your Highness, that's where you're wrong. House Wolfort's the sword and shield of the crown. You go to battle, we go with you. So it's always been.
Enough! I will leave before I see your domain ravaged by fighting. It is the only way. Surely you see this, yes?
I refuse to believe sacrificing any of us is the correct path.
My lord, we cannot allow war to come to the Wolfort domain. Your highest priority must be to your loyal subjects. You must decide.
Okay, so here's our conviction choice again. You know, it looks like top is liberty, middle morality, bottom utility. I'm actually just going to go with the morality choice here. So as his vassal, I must fight to protect the prince, but as their lord, I must ensure my people's safety.
As his vassal, I must fight to protect the prince. But as their lord, I must ensure my people's safety.
I am sorry, Serenoa. Pray do what you feel is best for your house. I will find some way of helping my family.
Your mind is made up, then.
As the master of this domain, you and no other must decide how we proceed.
I understand that, Benedict. Prepare the scales of conviction. I would hear everyone's thoughts on the matter.
Alright, so here's the voting phase. So as the Frosty army continues in its inexorable march on Castle Wolfort, Serenoa and his retinue discuss the best path forward.
I will give the signal when it is time to cast your vote. I ask each of you to weigh the matter carefully till then.
Very well, my lord. To our own councils we go.
Right, their hearts are divided, still a compelling argument may yet change some minds. Alas, I have an incomplete picture of this situation, and I would be a poor lord if I did not hear the voice of my people. I should venture into town. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Understood, my lord. When your work is done, please pray speak to me once more. Alright, so let's go check if there's a merchant. I should return to the hall once I've spoken to the people. Perhaps I'll learn something that will sway some minds. Usually the merchant is over there. Yeah, so it looks like there isn't one this time around. And, you know, this will be the same exploration phase that we've done before, so there really isn't much reason to speak with most of these people. I'll do the two conviction choices, but why has Esfrost attacked? I thought all this conflict was behind us with the opening of the mines, and what of your marriage to Frederica? Was that merely a ruse? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go with utility. The kingdom has no true allies nor true enemies. We shall sue for peace and work to avoid further conflict. We have the right of it. Kingdoms are no less fickle than the people within them, and we all have our scrapes and scraps. Though you wouldn't live next to someone so volatile for very long now, would you? Of course not. But meeting such behavior with belligerents can lead only to war. I think I chose that option the first time as well. My first playthrough. We must not let our passions get the better of us as we assess the situation and chart a course forward. I understand. I place my faith in you, my lord. Alright, next up here. I prayed we'd never know conflict again after the Saltine War, yet here we stand, peering into the abyss. There was Glenbrook and Esfrost launching an attack on Hyzant all those years ago. Oh, that's funny. So Benedict's ending, which was the ending that I went with last time, it was the same then. So it was Glenbrook and Esfrost, joining forces with Esfrost to attack Hyzant. The Holy State, reeling from the surprise assault, turned to Lord Seaman for help. Back then, Wolfort was still an independent clan and agreed to an alliance. All Norzelia was poor for the fighting its nations, and people were left depleted. That's why I've heard. The father told me stories of the secret meetings with King Regna that restored peace to the realm. Indeed, it was they who brought Hyzant and Esfrost to the table, and then the war to an end. It was your father's efforts that led the king to bring your house into the royal family's fold as the crown's military might. War is brewing, Lord Serno. Think carefully upon how you will navigate it. Let's see here. Let's just go with liberty. I find myself in the unfortunate position of having thought peace would be everlasting. I mean, pretty naive, but as did we all, my boy. I thought we'd never experience war again. I know it must be hard for you, having never known it in the first place, but alas, we are without even your father's wisdom. Our lives are in your hands, Lord Serenoa. Look deep inside yourself. I shall take that to heart. Thank you. Alright, so that's going to be it. I'm not going to do any more exploration. I've obtained all of the items already as well, and all of the information. So, let's head on in here. And this time I am going to go off, go with surrender Prince Roland and avoid conflict with the Esfrosti army. So we need to convince Frederica Huet and Eredor and Anna. So let's work our magic here. What did I say? Stave off the. All right, this is actually a split. That's obvious, right? It's a split in the storyline. If you choose to protect Roland, you'll have to do the Avlora battle. And I wanted to just point this out here because I went with that route the first time around. It is, I think, more difficult, but I will say, I love that battle. That Avlora battle is nuts. I think that was one of the earlier battles where I was like, oh my god, this game is so much fun. Very challenging, but yeah, it felt very rewarding as well. Now, because we finally have Travis now and we're able to steal, I just wanted to point out that if you do the Avlora battle, you can steal a defense amulet from Avlora, whereas, and I just tried this out, Surrendering Prince has us fighting Landroy, and you can steal a strength amulet from him. So again, Avlora, defense amulet, and that's the stave off the Esfrosti army. And this route that I'm going to take is Surrender Prince Roland, and you get that strength amulet. So another very good, actually, like a really good steal coming up. So very excited for that. But anyways, let's get to the convincing here on the vote. Let me just see here. Am I even in the right spot? I don't think I'm in the right spot here. Oh, I am. Hewitt, Roland, Eredor, Anna, Gila, Frederica. There she is, Frederica. Okay, well, I have no idea what her options are here to make the whatever her best choice is. So let's save one more time here. There we go. I say save one more time, but I hadn't actually saved. Oh, I did. Never mind. It was right there. Well, I was kind of close to where I originally saved. All right, I'm gonna save over this one. I did a bunch of different tests on that or on the results here. So, all right, let's see here. Yeah, a peace built on forsaking our friends and countrymen in their time of greatest need is no peace at all. I know what I ask is not easy, but I pray we find a bloodless path out of this conflict. All right, so we're gonna say surrendering Roland is the only way. Do you truly mean to give up Prince Roland? Alright, let's see here. It pains me to admit it, but I do. I fear this is a battle we cannot win, and so it is best avoided. Or doing so would save countless lives. This is the only way to protect our own. Or I will not see Sir Maxwell's sacrifice rendered meaningless. I'm just going to go with this one.
Is that so?
I honestly don't care that much about, you know, what is the best choice here. You know, I feel like once we got the unanimous vote, there wasn't really that much reason to try like super hard to get every one of these, you know, perfect. But anyways, alright, so which is all the more reason to protect Prince Roland? I can scarcely believe he would approve of trading his beloved disciple's life for our own. This time I fear not even your words can sway me. Oh, she hates that. My apologies, but this has only left me more uncertain of what is right. Yeah, completely indifferent. Okay, well, I lied. I'm actually going to test out the other options here. Total lie. Making myself into a liar. That's the best way to do it, is to make yourself the liar. All right. It pains me to admit it, but I do. I fear this battle we cannot win, so it's best played. Okay, let's go with that. I know this in my heart, but yet I simply cannot abide putting such a burden on Prince Roland's shoulders. Yeah, Frederica seems kind of like one of the moral compasses of the game. Like, it just seems like every choice, like that's what actually drives her. She's not like utility, right? That's probably a theme that I just never really noticed until now.
I need a moment.
All right, my apologies, but this has only left me more uncertain of what is right. All right, so she's deep in thought with that top option. All right, so let's try the middle option this time, which is technically the last. All right. So doing so would save countless lives. This is the only way to protect our own.
I see.
I too understand that we must do all in our power to see innocent lives are not lost. Oops, my apologies. Oh, I totally didn't actually see what she said. Dang it. All right, well now I have to do this again because I accidentally pressed the bumper so that it would speed it up. All right, so one more time here, and we are going to go with this choice. So doing so would save countless lives. This is the only way to protect our own. I too understand that we must do all in our power to see innocent lives are not lost. Must we truly make such a callous choice in order to protect the people?
I need a moment to
My apologies, but this has only left me more uncertain of what is right. Yeah, okay. That's fair. Okay, let's see. Huette is next. Oh yeah, of course she's going to object to this. Alright, so we'll save. Our kingdom needs Prince Roland now more than ever. He is to be protected above all others. Oh, wow. Well, I don't know about that. Surrender Glenbrook's future king to our hated foe? Surely you cannot go along with this. So it says, let's go with, I cannot compel my people to march to their demise for one man, prince or not.
Quite true.
The death of innocence is the last thing His Highness would stand for. This is true, especially if they were to give their lives in his name. I ask you again, my lord, do you truly mean to surrender Prince Roland to our oppressors? Where is Huette here? Let's see here. Does she have, like, best choices? Yeah, it doesn't. I don't see what her best choices are. I'm gonna go with they will destroy us if we do not. Indeed, I do not doubt they will. Your conviction is unwavering. I shall grant you that much. There are no good options, unless I must make my peace with one of them. Oh, Huette's been moved by your words. That does seem like that's the best way to go. Okay, well, that's awesome. Well, I don't have to do any of the other conversations then. Alright, lastly here is Anna. Yeah, wow, I got really lucky there on that. God, has that ever happened? Where I just, like, nailed the responses? I mean, I guess that was easy, right? I think I went with option 1 and then option 1 again. Alright, Anna. Okay, let's see here. Okay, the surrender best persuasion choices, yeah, both top options again.
Lord
What?
Saranoa.
Will you surrender the prince or not? Will you choose House Wolford or the whole kingdom? It is a question of our priorities, what matters most to us. Alright, so surrendering Roland is the only way. What troubles you most, my lord? Again, yeah, time is, I guess that time grows short. I see, you should protect Prince Roland, but have no vision for how to do so. Even if we deliver Prince Roland and avoid war for the moment, you will want time to strategize. Thus, the only choice is to surrender Prince Roland. Is that a choice you can live with? Alright, so Sir Maxwell gave his life to protect the kingdom. Fighting would bring harm to the people and render his sacrifice in vain.
Indeed.
He entrusted the kingdom to Prince Roland in word and deed. I have my doubts as to whether a restoration of the kingdom without its prince would please him. I appreciate your candor. Alright, so she's been moved by your words. Yeah, so she was most impressed by that. So Frederica is really apparently the only choice, or the only one here that has this like kind of difficult to convince. Is that really it though? Oh, I missed Eredor. How did I miss Eredor? Jeez. I thought something looked a little weird there.
Here's what I think.
Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, I don't see the best options for Eredor either. We've been loyal to the crown for years, lad. You understand what they're asking for is treasonous, don't you? He's the king's own flesh and blood. We should be protecting him, not offering him up on a silver platter. Is this what you call justice now? Willingly giving up your prince, your closest friend, to that bastard's clutches? So I cannot bear to watch the good people of the domain die. Damn right, as much as we're part of the royal family, first and foremost, we're the keepers of our own home. Don't you think for a minute I've gone forgetting that? All I know for certain is Glenbrook will be but a memory if we give up Prince Roland. And what do you think will become of House Wolfort then? How do you mean to repay the debt we owe our king? By protecting his loyal subjects, come what may. You'd take that bitter pill for the people? You're a rare breed, I'll say that. It is to my great shame that I cannot do anything more. Do you fear the Duchy, Eredor, that they may destroy the domain as we know it?
This.
Of course I do, but we have to face him down. There's nowhere to run. Wow, he has 3 choices? What? That's wild. I think I think this is the only conversation so far I've seen that has 3 different choices. Good lord. Now is not the time, Eredor. Not if we hope to win. So we bide our time for a bit, sit back and wait for a chance to strike. I'm sure Benedict would like the sound of that. And if we really mean to defeat the Duchy, that may be the only way. I appreciate the talk, lad. It helps to know where your head is leading. There's time yet. Go on, see what the others have to say. Okay, so Eredor's been moved by your words. I wonder if those guys are just like really easy to convince. Man, and I can't believe that that was 3 different choices that you make for that. Wild. Okay, well that was cool. Let's commence the vote, because we're done. The time for talk is over.
It is time to cast our votes.
Alright, let's cast him.
Do we surrender Prince Roland, or do we protect him from those who would do him harm? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
Alright, so Frederica is the only one I'm questioning.
I will put my faith in you.
Alright, so yeah, there she voted with us.
I agree.
I maintain the courage of my convictions.
Please forgive me.
Your Highness, forgive me.
You won me over.
I cast my lot with the young master. He's given me no reason to go doubting him now. Yeah, that looks like another unanimous vote.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Yep, unanimous indeed. All right.
Decided. Surrendering Prince Roland is the only way we can survive.
And that's a utility option, apparently.
So be it.
The decision is made. This is the path we walk.
Roland.
Say no more. Thank you for sheltering me, my friend. The choice you have made is wise and just. Go forward with your heads high.
Alright, so Roland has left the party. Yeah, get out of here. Didn't like you anyway. So mean. Alright, so I'm going to save my game and end this one here. So as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.